Ya Allah. One early scholar, he said, Eman al-Qurtubi, rahmatullah alayhi, he said, if Allah will not allow us to forget death, nobody ever going to get married. Nobody will eat. Nobody will make business. And people will be in a state of fear. And they might die just from the state of fear. But from the mercy of Allah, He makes us forget death. But in the meantime, the devil also allow us to make us forget death. But why Allah allow all this to happen? To test us, to see who among us is a good dealer or a good doer. Very important. Not to think about other what you do, about me what I'm doing. Again we go to the importance of Jannah. You see, in life, we know, can you go to the store and you want to buy something? And you just buy it, and before you leave, the man asks you, please give me the price. Give me the money. He said, no, I'm just coming here to take my merchandise and leave. What will happen? Either he calls you a thief, or he calls you a cuckoo. He has to call 911 and take you to the mental ill hospital. Because anything in life, it has a price. We never have to think about that. What about Jannah, paradise? Is paradise has no price? The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he explained it to us. ألا أن سلعة الله غالية ألا إن سلعة الله غالية ألا إن سلعة الله غالية ألا إن سلعة الله الجنة. So Prophet ﷺ said, the merchandise of Allah is so expensive. 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 The merchandise of Allah is paradise. What's the price of Jannah? Pleasing Allah, obeying Allah, following the teaching of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let me show you the difference between us and some of the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In one of the battlefield, two of the companions had a job to stand as a guard for the rest of the army. And these two companions, they decided between each other. One had a little bit of nap, and the another one take a guard. And when he feels tired, the another one take over. The first one who will be standing as a guard is starting his duty. He finds the evening is very quiet. No enemy is doing any activity. He decided to make salah, pray to Allah, just for, to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he won't be with Allah. In the middle of salah, and salah was, their salah different than our salah. They have salah with devotion and concentration, completely toward Allah. And in the middle of salah, one of the enemy, he came and shot him with an arrow in his leg. In the middle of salah, he broke the arrow and he continued praying. Again, the same man gave him another arrow. Again, he could continue praying until the blood was too much, to the point his body was very weak. The another brother who's sleeping, he wake up and he find out what happened. He asked him, how come you allow all this to happen and you did not wake me up? He said, I was in a very sweet moment with Allah. I had a beautiful time with Allah. And I do not want to stop the recitation of Quran. And I really did not feel any pain from the arrow because my body was not here. My heart was completely with Allah. Another man, he went with a group of army and he went for a journey. This journey for many years. And when he came back, he followed the Sunnah, the teaching of the Prophet, is not to go and knock on the door of your house unless you give your wife some time. There's no spying, there's no coming by accident, or there's no coming in suddenly and enter the door. No, Islam does not teach us that. Islam teaches us, if I'm in a journey and I will go home, I call first and let them know what time I will be arriving and give them enough time to prepare themselves and if the house needs preparation or cleaning or she has something. Look at that manner of Islam. And wonder what happened. This man, he sent a man to knock on the door of his house and announce to his wife he just came back after many, many years. This was evening time. Something for her to eat. She's very happy. She went to meet her husband. And 1 hour, 2 hours, all night, husband didn't show up. After Salat al-Fajr, the morning prayer, later in the morning, he showed up at home. She was very upset and she wondered, what happened to you? I was thinking something happened to you. And I waited all night for you. He said, oh my dear husband, when I went to the masjid, I started thinking about the life after death and paradise. And I enjoy reciting Quran. And I felt so great in my life, so happy between me and Allah. I started making salah, and I think maybe it is the last night for me. He said, what about me? He said, forgive me. I just forget you. It's just plain and simple. I forget you. I was with Allah to the point I forget you. Look at these people. Another man, he just married a very pretty girl from a big family, a very rich family, and was very poor. But he's very rich in his heart, to the point the Khalifa, the representative of the Muslimin, the Muslim, electing him as a governor in Syria. And before he went, the Khalifa, he gave him enough money for the journey and to prepare for the new life where he goes as a governor. Once he arrived there with his new wife, she told him, okay, you have a lot of money now. Give me some to have new dress, to do this, to decorate the house, to do that. He said, you know something? With all respect to you, I have something very beautiful I want to share with you. She said, what? He said, I know good business. If I put my money in this business, this money will multiply and will be very rich sometime. She said, really? He said, yes. He said, do you know if it's really sure business? He said, yes. She said, you really have no doubt this business can fail or you lose your money? He said, 100% it will never be lost. She said, okay, what are you waiting for? I can wait, you go ahead. The man took the money and he left. Do you know where he went? He went to the market. Outside the market with the poor people. And he started spreading the money and give it away to the poor people. And he came back with a very, very minimum, small amount of money. And every time the wife asked him, how is the business? He said, MashaAllah, it's growing and it's increasing every day. She said, I'm happy for you. You did a good job and you did a good decision. 1 year go by. All of a sudden, she said, excuse me, this business by now it should make a lot of money. I want to get some of this money, or at least some of the money from the income of the business. At this time, they have another brother who knows what happened to the money. And he's smiling. She says, I swear by Allah, my husband, you have to tell me the truth. He said, oh my dear wife, the money, I give it to Allah. Because He's the best one. He can increase it for us. But it's when we die, we find something beautiful, He left it for us, or He kept it for us. Because I am building over there, I'm not building here. She started screaming and crying and getting really very upset. He took her nicely and he hugged her, and after he hugged her, he told her, oh my dear beautiful wife, I love you, you are my wife, but let me tell you something. I can let you go to your family, but I cannot let my palaces in paradise will go away. If you want to go to your family, go. But I will not give you, I will give you away for the pleasure of Allah, but I will not give the pleasure of Allah for you. Look at the way they think and the way we think. Everything they return it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They love Allah and they know the value of what Allah kept for us. And they value the hereafter. They value the teaching of the Prophet. They value it. One man, he was very ugly, very ugly. No any woman wants to marry him. And he went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I'm very ugly, and no woman wants to marry me. If Allah will give me wife in paradise? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he smiled. And he said, sure, insha'Allah. But in the meantime, you can marry in this life. Go, tell so and so